Welcome back. This will be kind of a fun one today. So we got a Fairfield box, and then we have what you would think would be MJ Holding, but it's vintage sports cards with the championship collection. Usually we think of that as MJ Holding. Did they buy that company? I guess I never keep up with all that stuff since that was a little while ago, but for here, we have 4 packs plus 100 cards in each box. So let's start with the packs. 2008 first edition. Gotta love some old Premier Edition Fleer. Adrenaline and Hit. Hit right in you know where. All right, let's get these other ones. You know what? We're just going to go through these first because the cards can't be any worse than these packs, right? This is why I didn't do like a typical warm-up. I figured this is kind of a warm-up. If Fairfield beats these guys with this box, then who knows? I don't think I've ever opened this year Hit, by the way. Devin Moore, Hillard, and Francois. Adrenaline. 2010. I've opened some baseball or basketball Adrenaline in this time frame, but Marvin White. Well, there we go. Peyton Manning, Marion Barber, Devin Hester. So you still can get the little special. As you can see, it is special. And Hakeem Nicks. Yeah, still pretty cool. Getting the Devin Hester. It's kind of like an insert in a way. Premier Edition Fleer. Evans, Mr. Anthony Carter, Leonard Smith, Page, Turner, Hill, Art Monk, Ray there, 2008, first edition, Plaxico, Rudy Johnson, Rolly, John Lynch, T.O. in the Star Quest. Vince Hall in the rookie. Hines Ward, Aditi, Harper, and Matt Forte in the Star rookie. So we got some stuff to show off from this box. It's not going to be a shutout, at least. Maybe they'll surprise us with what's in here. Do I sound like I have a problem when I'm looking at that much confidence in that box? I don't, I swear. This looks a junky waxy. That's what this looks like. Well, look at that right off the top. Jerry Rice. In better condition than even when I buy my collections, it would seem. So let's throw that Jerry Rice right here. Well, let's see. Maybe we're going to get some right off the top here. Power Tough stuff. Natron means ×2. 1 is enough. Braylon Edwards. Eric Thomas. Sean Alexander. Cool set. Throw him right there. Of course, we're going to have him mixed up. Aaron Glenn. Great set there. We've opened before. Season leaders. Sterling Sharp. Oh, we've seen a bunch of these lately. Neil Anderson. Look at that. Ray Lewis. And the tops, Chrome. Aaron Carter. Steve Smith. Here's your checklist. Jim. Oh. Man, I kind of like this SP Authentic. What is this? 2000. I like that. Kind of has the raised feeling on there. Okay. So here, Akeem Bowman. Well, I mean, if we're going to be getting early 2000, they might as well just throw a Brady rookie in there. Jeff Wright, Roper. No biggie, right? Lippett. Jim Everett. Boomer. Sizen in the black diamond. I don't know if we've opened up one of these boxes here before, have we? Kirsten Hurst and Bruner. I guess maybe a while back. Ernie Mills. Del Rio. Rydell Anthony. What a signature if that's really, well, I mean, it's not really his auto, but. Well, I wouldn't have expected the old 83. Terrence Mathis. Oh, we got a deuce. McAllister. Harry Brown. Byron Leftwish. Oh, look at that. We got a Bo and a Herschel right after him. Bo Jackson and Herschel Walker. Rio Bates. Howard Cragen, Steve Atwater. Hayward, Dave King. Now I'm trying to get through some of these because this isn't supposed to be one of the collection videos. Willie Parker. It's supposed to be some packs. Anthony Miller, Von Johnson, Ace Williams. Another Herschel Walker. Well, this is better than most loose ones that are in here. Eric Ball, Steve Walsh. He said these are traded. I'm sure we're not going to get Kirk Kelso, Jim McMahon. That card is bent in half. It is like the collections now, isn't it? Wow, Andre Reed. Yeah, that one is a little dinged up there. James, Walter, Vince Terrence, Marion Barber, Super Bowl, Milburn, Franklin, Hester. All right, we're done with that. Moving on. Moving on. Over $18 in value of packs. Guys, $18. There's going to be junk wax in there. Ooh, 2007. We always like 2007, right? It's one of those weeks, right? Good thing we got some good packs showing back here. 2006 Upper Deck, 2007 Tops. I'm glad this is a midweek, right? This is a relaxed video. I can open a pack, I swear. That's how she goes, right? Points. Foster, Super Bowl. Seifert, Humphrey, Highsmith, and Buck. Reggie White. Ozzie Newsome, Franco Harris. Few select guys out of that one. 90 score. Edmonds, Brown, Hopkins, Vendetta, Randall Cunningham, Derek Thomas, Keith Sims rookie, Jeff George rookie. A little too much of the junk wax in this video today. Jim Covert, Chris Spielman, Richard Dent, Wade. All right, here we go. Let's get something out of these now. Can't let our super value box win so easily. Simeon Rice, Kurt Warner, Bubba Franks, Thomas, Antonio Gates. Win prizes. Well, we gotta do 2007 last, don't we? T.O. Curtis Martin. Numbered. Oh, let's look at that one in a sec. Galloway. Larry Johnson. Cross Training. Joe Kloppenstein. 90 out of 500. Man, the odds must be astronomical to have pulled that. Out of 500 in that era. Out of 500. No odds on the packs. So we got a couple of tops totals and a tops. The Grease Man. Chris Gamble. Derek Brooks. Darren Sproles. The Rookie Challenge. Does that count? Adrian Peterson. LaDainian Tomlinson. Does that count, by the way? We're going to throw those in the stack over here. We got a fun stack over here. We got 2 packs of the total tops. You know what? We got some fun stuff the next few days, so getting over the hump, right? Andre Johnson. Asante Samuel. Brian Dawkins. We have a rookie. Woodley. Justin Harrell. John Kitna. Lee Evans. Drew. Cooper and Brett Favre with the checklist. So what do you think? We got a lot more cooler cards out of the value box by far, I would say. It's kind of crazy that a bunch of loose cards are the top of the day. Brunell and Thrash, Buckhalter, Hughes rookie, Wright rookie, Greg Davis rookie, Aaron Rodgers and Bubba. And some team cards. Man, what a brutal rip today. But every day is a fun day when we get to rip some cards. So we got the Kloppenstein 90 out of 500. We did get the Matt Forte rookie. I do like the poses they did this year. Makes kind of fun. And then we got the T.O. in the StarQuest out of the first edition. Well, there it is. You guys have a good one, and we will see you back here tomorrow.